we have to start about 100 years ago. Before 1920, borrowing money in the form of credit wasn't really the norm in society. The 1920s is when things started to change. All kinds of things were being mass-produced and bought as fast as they could be made, and the economy really took off. With all of these new things to buy, people needed a way to buy them. That's when installment credit really got started. A small down payment and a promise to make regular monthly payments were all it took to have all of those modern conveniences. Using credit to buy things had become more socially acceptable. People were living large, or at least they thought they were. And consumer debt, which is the total amount of debt owed by people, was piling up too. Then the stock market crashed in 1929, and it crashed hard. That took us into the 1930s and the Great Depression. When the stock market crashed, that led to people not having jobs, which led to people not being able to pay back their debt, and that was a huge mess. The economy improved because the war created a ton of new jobs to make all of the things the military needed. After the war ended, factories that used to make war machinery started making consumer products that were in high demand. Middle-class consumers bought the American dream with credit. Using debt to buy things became the normal thing to do, and people's debt started piling up. It's almost like they didn't learn anything from what happened before. In 1958, Visa, MasterCard, and American Express credit cards were all introduced. With credit cards, people didn't have to wait and save up for something. They could get it instantly and pay for it later. That made debt seem convenient and normal. You know what else happened in 1958? Students were allowed to borrow $1,000 per year for college, the first student loans. By 1970, the lenders were seeing a ton of dollar signs and experiencing a lot of growth. They started convincing people to go into more debt. The goal was for people to have some form of debt in almost every area of their lives, and consumer debt skyrocketed. Then, in 1972, the Student Loan Marketing Association, also known as Sallie Mae, opened the doors to let the government provide federal loans to students to help with the cost of colleges. But colleges just got more expensive, meaning students borrowed even more money. To put all of this into perspective, let's go back and do a quick comparison. Before 1920, there was basically no consumer debt at all. In 1950, the average per-person debt amount was about $1,200. By 1970, the average per-person debt had grown to about $5,000. It was about $7,000 in 1990 and then over $10,000 in 2010. And it just kept going. In 2020, the average amount of consumer debt was over $13,000. So instead of feeling like they've reached a mountaintop of great accomplishments, people are actually feeling crushed under a mountain of debt.